Alright guys, quick video for you. I just want to show off the Necromancer. And here we go. So, this Necro is a bone Necro, and it is only equipping this because it looks amazing. I have all blacked out gear. I have the Rock Fleece field plate. I think I could upgrade this to whatever the exceptional version is and still have enough strength. The strength and dex isn't optimized because I have actual like meta gear. But I just love the look so much, and it's still functional. So the scythe is the unique scythe Soul Harvest. It looks pretty gnarly. It really doesn't provide any caster things aside from like 5 to energy and then some resists. Everything else is really just for low level melee, and it's not even that good for a melee character. And then for the black helm, I have Natalia's helm. I did socket this with an to give me some more resistances, so even in hell I have some pretty decent resistances. For the other gear, I need some kind of FCR in the gloves, so whether that be Mage Fist or Trangs. Chose Trangs here, just because it's cool, kind of fits the theme for Necromancer. I do need 10 FCR in both ring positions, so this is deceptively okay, you know, as maxed out all res and 10% FCR, and then I don't mind the 20 mana. Arachnid Mesh, pretty standard for most casters. The second FCR ring, again, this is okay. It has maxed all res and then has an extra 10% fire res. And then the amulet, very important here. This is a crafted one, 2 necro skills, and I need at least 15 FCR, so it doesn't need to be the maxed 20 for me to hit hit 75 FCR. The other stats are fine. And then for the boots, kind of important to get 10% FHR to hit the breakpoints that I want. The relevant breakpoints that you can sort of get with this 3 really cool equipment setup is either 39 or 56 faster hit recovery. With 39, you're at 8 frames. And then at 56, you're at 7 frames. So with the 10 on the boots and with my charms, I have some really nice poison bone plus 12% FHR, 3 of them, so that's 36%. So I need a couple more items here and there to hit that either 39 or 56. So if you can look at the stats here, I'm hitting 58 FHR, which will meet that 56, 7 frames. And then for faster cast rate, the 2 breakpoints for the Necro are 75, and then the maximum 125. So with the dedicated, these 3 items, I'm not going to hit 125. So it's important I hit 75. So that's why this needs to be at least 15. I have 18, so you can see here it's 78. So it's still good enough. For damage, Bone Spear. As you can see, I'm level 89, so the skills. I'm still creeping up. I'm not able to find a wand. Obviously, I can't use a wand here, but I have to put some hard points to get to Crepify, which is very, very nice for bosses and for, you know, kind of more tough monsters. Summoning, I put just 3 points to get a decent clay golem. And then for the poison and bone tree, 10 points in the teeth. I think this is just me leveling up. 1 point corpse explosion, 1 point bone armor, maxed out bone spear and spirit and prison, and I'm nearly close to maxing bone wall. Once this is maxed, then I'll put the remaining points in the teeth. So with those skill points and my gear, you know, torch, Annie, some little useful charms here and there, and then my 40 Geeds, and actually 4 FHR charms, and then 1 7% faster run rock. The damage is meh, but it is still doable. This becomes more of a corpse explosion build than an actual bone skills damage, but it is pretty awesome looking. And this is purely for aesthetics. If you look at my other gear, I have, you know, Hodo, Enigma, okay, White Wand, nearly perfect Bone Shade, you know, my Shaco, and my lovely Dark Force spawn with 3 poison and bone skills. This would be a interesting, cool armor. It's full, heavy, you know, visually, except for the shoulder pad. That's what the distinguishing feature of all these ancient armors and exceptional elite versions. But this requires 170 strength, and that's just kind of crazy to get to. You could respec, and you know, maybe have some rings, maybe have, you know, a good roll for the crafted amulet to get you some more plus strength. I do have this lovely thing, but it is not black. Oh, I can't even equip it. I don't even have enough strength. Okay. Hold up. Maybe a Mara's? I'll try it some other time. Let's mix of charms down here. I love keeping the FHRs. But just to kind of showcase this, for my CTA, I don't have enough strength for a spirit, so I'm using just lidless for now. The 1 point into amp damage becomes 11 with all the plus skills. That's more than enough radius. And I really do need it because it boosts that physical damage. 50% physical damage with corpse explosion. Because if I just use bone spells, it's really not gonna... I mean, it's still effective. I can still kill with it. But it's not like... You know, I don't have clearly caster gear. Oh, I killed Shank with it. This is also just players 1. No teleport. But yeah, it is pretty awesome. And especially if I go to the old graphics, like look how cool this looks. Just a regular scythe, but it's black. My helmet, I actually prefer the dark helmet versus the new D2R helmet, which looks really kind of funky. You know, same with Vampire Gaze. You know, my Merc wears a Vampire Gaze, so if it's just green. Doesn't look as cool. But the black just looks awesome.
I'll put that to good use.
But if I do actually put on War Traps, I really like this. I mean, I could use War Traps, but okay. And then I don't need the FHR here, so I actually equip Mara's. And then rings are fine. I think I'm over the... Oh, I actually do need the rings, so I do hit 130. So 125 is the breakpoint. So if you can see here, yeah, way more damage. Basically double. This is my optimal setup, but if I'm not running too crazy terror zones, or if I'm not doing, you know, online with more players, just, you know, doing myself, this is definitely functional, and it just looks way cooler. And that's all, folks. Thanks for listening.